right, Married at First Sight Australia Season 13, Episode 3. Let's talk about it.
Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Alisa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mel Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but there's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce, this the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro.
Boom. So we open up with Scott and Gia. First morning as husband and wife, baby. They all snuggled up, reflecting on the wedding the night before. They're feeling loved up. The producer asks her what all of us nosy viewers want to know. Did you do the deed? She's like, nah. We just cuddled. You know what I'm saying? We're both in agreement that we're gonna wait. Hey, more power to them, man. Cause if I was on the show, man, yo, every surface, you know what I'm saying? Kitchen counters, shower, sofa, bed, floor, table. Every surface is getting christened, okay? They seem happy though, man. The letter comes through letting them know where their honeymoon's gonna be. And it's like a luxury hotel in Townsville. Hey, it must be so dope living in Townsville, man. Because when people go, hey, where do you live? You could be like, the city of Townsville. That's a Powerpuff Girls reference for those not familiar with classic cartoons and that. Alright, so they're excited, like, hey, we're going somewhere warm, you know what I'm saying? Then we check it on Mel and Luke, and they are sleeping in separate beds, separate rooms. Listen, if you didn't see the last episode, these two got off to a rocky start. Homeboy forgot the wedding rings and only realized when they were like halfway to the venue, so they had to go back, get the rings. Meanwhile, she'd arrived. She was standing at the altar, ticked off, and yo, I was watching the episode with my homegirl, right? And she was like, hey, I get where she's coming from, cause I'd be super upset too if I had to wait for my husband, cause the dream is for you to walk down the aisle to your husband. And I get it, okay, I get it. But I feel like some people just love complicating things. They love a little bit of drama. Cause if I was in her shoes, right, okay, I'm a girl, I've signed up to be on this show, my makeup's so done, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking a beautiful flowing dress, I'm looking curvilicious, yams are yamming, the hair is flowing, and I rock up to my wedding, and I'm like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? The guy is meant to be at the altar waiting for me. Where is he at? Where's my husband at? Like, he's supposed to be here, right? And then I'd go over to my peoples, thank all my aunties and them for coming. Then I'd go over to his peoples, like, hey, where's your boy at? Anybody got his number? And then they'd hit him up, and they'd be like, hey, your bride is here, bro. Where you at? And he'd be like, yo, you won't believe this, man. I forgot the rings. I'm freaking out. I got him now, though, you know what I'm saying? So I'm on my way back. They'd pass on the deeds to me. I'd be like, hey, it be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And because it's super important for me, for the groom to be waiting for me, you know, while I walk down the aisle, I would go to the back or inside the building or even in the limo, you know what I'm saying? Back in the limo. And my bestie, you know, my bridesmaid would come and get me when he arrives, and we joke about it. Like, crazy start. Cause it be like that. It's not that deep. But yo, apparently it is that deep for Mel, bro. She didn't even want to sleep in the same bed with a dude, you know, cause she just wasn't feeling the connection. Shout out to Luke, man, cause his attitude is kind of like, yo, I messed up the first impressions, but we're gonna go on this honeymoon, we're gonna turn it around, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good. Big up to him, bro. He is a better man than me, okay? Cause I would have left the experiment, okay? Because clearly you're not that into me, okay? Like, how many times have you been on a date and the person is a walking red flag? You're like, hey, they're gonna ruin my life, okay? But it's something about them, you know what I'm saying? You're super attracted to them, the chemistry's popping, you feel good being around them. So you give it a go, even though you know it probably won't end well. You just dive right in. And that's just out here in the real world. Now imagine being on a show where everything is heightened. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful wedding, professional photographers, makeup artists, experts telling you this is your soulmate. If all of that doesn't override the fact that I messed up the first impressions, then we might as well call it quits now. You know what I'm saying? If the food, the music, the family, the friends, the good vibes at the wedding receptions can't make you snap out of it and make you go, hey, you know what? I am attracted to him. You know what I'm saying? He probably has all the qualities I told the experts I wanted in a man. Maybe we should just start afresh, have a good time, get to know each other better. That right there would tell me everything I need to know about you, okay? You'd wake up in your separate bed like, and the producers would be like, Mel, Maya packed his bags and left, okay? He walked away from the show because he said he didn't want to waste his time with someone that's clearly not that into him. So, okay, they open up the letter and they're going to Louth Island, south of Australia. Mel's like, oh man, that's gonna be so cold. Speaking of cold, Alisa and David are on their honeymoon and they're having a blast, man, goofing around in the snow. Then they go inside the steam room. He's looking all henched up. She got cakes on deck. The vibes are vibing. You know what I'm saying? You can hear them giggling like, ooh, you are so naughty. And then you hear like a crash and the camera crew's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? The production team outside, they're like, yo, is everything all right in there? David's like, nah, it's really bad. Turns out he slipped, busted his knee. We see him later, at least attending to his injury, and it looks like he scraped up that knee pretty bad. She straps him up, getting her nurse on, and it's kind of a beautiful moment, man, because he's like, hey, she got my back, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. Rachel and Steven have rocked up to their glamping honeymoon. It's gorgeous, but Steven's feeling a little rough. He's got a funny tummy, digestion problems. The bowel movements are not moving the way they should be. He needs some of that pink Pepto-Bismol stuff. And to make matters worse, the bathroom, there's no door, bro. Just a little curtain thingy. So when he does his business, she's gonna be able to hear everything, every drop, plop, splash. Poor guy, man. It is not ideal, okay? Alright, now let's meet our next matchup. This is Bec, okay? This is Bec telling her family that she's going to be marrying a total stranger on Married at First Sight. And they're being super supportive, to be fair. We find out that she's been engaged before. She came super close to getting married, but then she called the whole thing off because she came to the realization he just wasn't the right dude for her. She doesn't go into details, on why he wasn't the guy, which is a bit of a red flag, okay? So, who are they matching her up with? This dude, Danny. Danny's from London. I currently live in London, so oi, go on, Danny, mate. Do us proud for king and country and that. Tea and crumpets. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe if you think my English accent is flawless. Danny seems like a good guy, man. His folks have been married for 44 years. They seem happy and he low-key wants some of that. So, wedding day. Danny's peoples are there. His boys are there. Danny's best man works as a male exotic dancer. It's kind of a big deal on social media, you know what I'm saying? And actually, one of the girls, I think the bridesmaid, she recognizes him like, hey, that's the dude that was shaking it in my face the other day. She doesn't say that. It's implied. First impressions, they like each other, man. He thinks she's gorgeous. She finds him attractive. She hears him speak. She's like, oh, you're English. She's like, yeah. She says hi to his people and then notices his homie and goes, bro, you look like that actor Channing Tatum. Everyone's like, yo, he be getting that all the time. She's like, have you heard of that dancer that looks like Channing Tatum? He's making major bank. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, that's him. This is him. He's the guy. She's like, hey, I heard you hooked up with my homie the other night and you didn't call her back. Everybody's like, yo, they're cracking up. They're exchanging vows. Hers are beautiful, man. She does up a poem. It's sweet and heartfelt. Danny's vows, also beautiful. But something weird happens, bro. He makes a joke about them being like Bonnie and Clyde, you know what I'm saying? And he goes like, if I ever end up in prison, I expect you to bail me out. It gets a few laughs, you know what I'm saying? Just a harmless little jokey joke. But for some reason, just mentioning getting arrested sets her off. She's actually crying, bro. Like, I want my forever person to be someone serious, someone who's serious about it, not someone who's out there getting arrested. Yo, if overreaction was a person, it would be this chick right here, okay? Like, what is going on? She starts crashing out, like, in a major way. That's not my husband. He's not the guy. The producer's like, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's talk it out. Like, let's calm down. What's happening? Later, they're having their wedding photos taken, and she brings it up. Like, yo, that whole you talking about getting arrested thing really rubbed me up the wrong way. And he tells her what we are all thinking. Like, hey, it wasn't that deep. It was just a joke. I didn't mean nothing by it. And he's able to calm her down a little bit. And, you know, she feels seen and validated. She's like, hey, I may have judged the book by its cover. He actually seems like a nice dude. At the reception, it's good vibes. Bec apologizes for overreacting. She's like, can I kiss you? And he's like, yeah. And it's kind of hot in like an unhinged way. It's passionate and dope. We see them waking up the next morning as husband and wife. And Bec is like, we didn't do the deed, but he is definitely packing. He is blessed. Because I copped the feel, you know what I'm saying? And like, woo. And I'm happy with what I felt. I'm happy with what's going on downstairs. We find out that their honeymoon is going to be in Fiji. They get to Fiji, we see them lying in bed, and yo, ding, 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 ding. We got our first couple this season who have gotten it on. She's like, hey, I saw Danny's anaconda and it did not disappoint. She's in bed looking happy, basking in the glow of the aftermath of some good piping down. But Danny, I don't know, man. I don't know. He doesn't have the look of a man who has just had his world rocked. You know what I'm saying? And yo, my suspicions are proven right when he reveals that the chemistry just wasn't there. He doesn't outright say that the box was trash, okay? But he implies it. She senses that the mood is off and he's being a little distant and that. She calls him out on it like, yo, what's good? And he comes clean. It's like, yo, the chemistry just, it's not here. It's just not popping like that. But you know, we can get there. He goes for a swim. Bec gets back into the crib and she's a wreck. She feels undesired. She feels rejected. She feels unattractive. And yo, it sucks. For the next matchup, we meet Chris, this guy. Chris is one of those dudes, you know what I'm saying? We all have one of them in the friend group. He's loud, says inappropriate things, pushes buttons, and his whole thing is he's giving this a go, but he's super skeptical and he's very open to the possibility that the whole experiment might not work at all. You can tell for the experts, it's like a challenge. It's like, hey, we're gonna prove you wrong, bro. We're gonna match you up with your soulmate and you're gonna fall in love so hard. What I love about Chris is when he's asked what he's looking for in a partner, he doesn't say what most dudes with this kind of personality would say. You know, he doesn't go, oh, I want someone pretty, someone with traditional values, someone sweet and reserved and timid. No. He's like, I want someone as opinionated as I am, someone confident, beautiful, someone who can match my energy. So, who have they matched him up with? Ladies and gentlemen, homegirl right here, Brooke. She's a professional model. She's honest and direct. She's been very unlucky in love, though. She's been cheated on a lot, like a lot. Apparently, 80% of everyone she's ever dated has cheated on her. Now, you could go, oh, men, which, you know, fair. But if 80% of the people you've been with cheated on you, then maybe it might be a you problem. Maybe you're going for the wrong guys. And yo, it goes both ways, right? I got homies who've come out of horrible relationships. Like, oh, that was the worst. That broke me. And then they get into a new relationship and their new partner, like looks, personality, vibe, it's the same person. Okay? Maybe it's just me, okay? Maybe I'm the crazy one. But if I dated a fiery redhead from Manchester, right, with tattoos, she works as a bartender and she's big into cosplaying or whatever, and she was horrible to me, cheated on me, belittled me, broke my heart, you know, made me feel horrible. And, you know, I do the work, I heal, I'm ready to get back out there. And my friend set me up on a blind date, like, hey, you're ready, Maya, you're ready to get back out there. You know, I get to the restaurant and my date is a redhead. already I'd be a little triggered because the last redhead did me dirty. Then I sit down, notice she's got similar tattoos. I'd be like, okay. She opens her mouth to greet me, and I can tell from her accent she's from Manchester, and I find out she has a similar vibe, similar interest to the ex who ruined my life. I would not pursue it any further. It's like, babe, what makes you think this gym bro, who looks and acts exactly like the last 5 dudes who did you dirty, what makes you think this one is the one that will treat you right? Like, what's so special about this dude? So yeah, they get matched. The wedding is beautiful. There's a little bit of rain. She's rocking up with an umbrella, but I think it adds to the romantic ambience. You know what I'm saying? They both look amazing. She kind of roasts him about his height, and his boys are like, ooh. He's like, hey, she's got heels on. You know what I'm saying? If she takes the heels off, she's shorter than me. He reads his vows and even finds a way to be cynical in his vows. He goes, hey, hopefully we can be the 0.01% of couples who work out on this show. She reads her vows, and she's also kind of humorous with it, but she balances it out with some heartfelt vibes. During the "you may now kiss the bride" moment, she kisses him on the cheek, bro, and it rocks him. He goes, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm a grown man. I can take a little rejection, but I think Sir doth protest a little too much. We see him backstage with one of the producers, and he's like, I just don't get why she didn't kiss me. If you own the show, you gotta give it your all, Initial impressions, you can tell he thinks she's pretty and he likes her. She's not so sure about him though, you know what I'm saying? What helps him out though is meeting his family. They are lovely. His mom's tells her like, yo, underneath all that macho douchey vibe, he's a really sensitive, nice dude. So she's like, you know what? Maybe there's hope here. Maybe there's something here. For their honeymoon, they're going into wine country. They pack up and leave for their honeymoon. When they get there, it's a vibe, man. They're walking through vineyards, connecting, growing closer. So, that was the episode. If you've made it this far, I honestly can't thank you enough. Please give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe so we can keep growing this thing. And yo, until next time, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.